Hey guys, Blue Rabbit here, and today I'm going to be unboxing and showing you a closer view of Tsurumaru from Touken Ranbu Online. This is the scale figure from the Orange Rouge line, and I'm really excited to be opening this. This is going to be my first scale figure by Orange Rouge, and I'm really excited to see how he came out. Tsurumaru is actually the sword that got me to start playing Touken Ranbu Online because I really liked the way he looked and his voice actor and his personality. It was really cute. It was a little bit harder to see in the close-up because it's black, but there are these nice shiny parts right here. They added as part of the box, so that's really cool and it's really pretty. And here is the bottom, and here is the nice top. Alright, let's just open it up. Okay, so he opens up like this. It's really nice. It just slides right out. So if you look back here, I really love what they do with the crest on their boxes. It's like, so this is Tsurumaru's crest. It's a crane, and I love that it's like a white on a gold background. I think it'd be really pretty just to display him in the box itself. It's a really nice box. The first thing that you saw me pull out real quick is just one of those warning guides. And then here is the blister pack itself. His instructions are taped to the side. So if you look at the instructions, it's actually telling you just to be very careful with the parts of his hair. They must be quite fragile because they stick out. It's actually quite interesting. Okay, and so here's the blister pack. It comes off. And first I'm going to start with his base. So while I do not own Kogitsunemaru, I do know that this is actually very similar to his base as well. It's a gold print of Tsurumaru's crest on a black background. If you saw my other video, this is actually quite different to the one that Kojo Lukia made for their Tsurumaru, who also does have a gold crest, but his is on a lime green background. I must say that I actually quite like these bases a lot better because they look a little bit more formal and a little bit more professional. And this is also made with a plastic, while the one that Tsurumaru's base is made out of seems to be made out of acrylic. So here is the back. It's just a blank, empty on the back, and this is on the front. Okay, and here is the main figure himself. He is quite big. He is a 1/8 scale though, but really I love all that detail. I'm only going to do this real quick because I will show you a better close-up of him. He does have a little bit of plastic, but that really seems to be it, and there he is. So just to pop him on the base is just right there on that foot, and obviously that corresponds to the pegs on his base. And here is the first look of Tsurumaru put onto his base. I'm sorry you can't really see that he's on his base though, but he is. So here he is. What's really cool that I like is that his outside coat right here has a slight shine to it, so it's not completely matte, and it actually seems like there's a little bit of glitter in there. Hopefully we'll be able to see it when I do a little bit of a close-up, but I actually quite like that. I think it fits his character as like this bright person, and I also think it fits with his sword history. He's considered like a treasure, so I really think like that like slight shine kind of brings it out, and I think it, you know, there's a bit of a contrast and stuff. So anyways, we'll look a little bit closer. So here he is again, and I have to say I do like the way he came out. I know some people didn't like either the prototype or some of them even the release, but I quite enjoyed both. Obviously there are possible improvements that could be made, and there are things that, you know, aren't 100% the best, but overall I think he came out pretty wonderful. The couple of problems that he has, I believe, for the most part, is the hair. It could have been done a little bit better. So for a scale figure, his hair sculpt and quality is definitely not the best. The seam line is quite obvious, and even the coloring on that seam line is quite bad. It's not like a smooth transition from one piece to the next. You can see like some color got stuck on that seam line kind of thing. I know that people have problems with his eyes, but I actually quite like them. The darkness of those lines is not as noticeable in real life when you look at him. I mean, unless you really are sort of staring super close into his face, and perhaps in like figure photography it might be more noticeable, but when you just see him from afar, the dark eyes actually make it so that you can see the defining lines of his eyes and stuff, so I quite like it. So one last thing I really would like to note is the shading, or perhaps even lack of shading on this figure. There are a couple subtle ones. On his coat there's like a little bit of pink. I don't know if it would show up on camera, but it is also very light. I would say for a scale figure he's not shaded as much. For his price, he's a pretty pricey figure, I do admit. He costs upwards of like $115 to $120, and that's before shipping from Japan, so if you include that it's quite expensive. And yet he doesn't have as much shading as I would have liked. I would have liked to see more in his coat. I mean, I like that they didn't make it all flat, and it does look like it's billowing, and there is a very slight pink shading that's done on the coat, but I would have liked to see a bit more. I know white is actually quite difficult to shade because the shading color pops up quite easily, but I would have liked to see a little bit more effort on the coat. Anyways, that's my quick review and close-up of the Tsurumaru figure, and that's really it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!